What's good, you guys? It's your girl Kai and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be discussing that movie you guys saw on Netflix. And you're probably wondering, what movie is that? Well, it's the movie that's kind of got Netflix in a tight space. Cuties. I don't know if you guys know about it or if you guys have seen it yet, but there's just a lot of things going on with Cuties, and I decided to bring my dad along so we can discuss what's going on and how do parents view it, and just, I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna leave it up to the continuing in this video. So, do you got anything to say just to get it out there and introduce yourself?
And I want to say what's up to all my fans.
Oh, you got fans.
I'm a YouTube star. No, I'm just joking.
Okay. So, Cuties kind of starts off like where it's like a young, I think she's a Muslim girl.
Yeah.
She's a Muslim girl, and
well,
she's trying.
At least her family is.
Well, yeah, at least her family is, and she's trying to get acclimated to being in school and just having or being a part of the popular crowd. So she sees these groups of girls, and they wild. They a whole bunch of mess with the whole crop tops.
Wilding out.
It was a lot, you guys. Like, I was like, where are they clothes at? Cause
they started out as cute, but they didn't end up so cute.
Cause they tossed all the way up here, butt is all out. I was like, hold on, how old are these kids? So we found out that they were 11 years old, you guys, and I could not believe it. Like, honestly, if that was my kid, yeah, you would not, you wouldn't be even.
Girl, if we had found you out at 11 trying to do that mess, I don't know what I would have done. I would be like, what the WTF?
I'll be talking in acronyms.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to say it, but that's what I've been going through my mind.
Yeah, because that was just a whole bunch. Like, I felt so uncomfortable watching it. Like, because knowing, like, when I was at that age, I was wearing unicorn t-shirts.
11-year-old appropriate dress wear.
Yeah. I didn't have no hair. Like, my hair wasn't colored or none of that. Because these little girls, they had their hair dyed. They was being rude to people.
I will say this. They had it dyed, but they did that part for the performance.
One little girl, she didn't. One of the little girls, she had blue in her hair, purple, pink.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that for the performance.
Yeah.
It was even before it even started. She already had it in her hair.
But it sounds like some people are kind of going overboard with the dress, but part of the dress seems as though it was for the performance, except for the lead. I think she took it way too far. I think she was really kind of getting into that personality.
I guess, yeah. Well, she didn't really dye her hair because you remember she washed it out. It's that chalk stuff that little girls put in their hair now.
But when she started taking things too far, the other girls was like, wait a minute, that's too much. Everybody think we're like hoes now.
We didn't even get to that part. So this is what happened, you guys. The little girl, she starts hanging out with these girls, and then she starts being disrespectful, lying to her mom. She was getting her brother involved, stealing, all of that. Then she was like, you know what, I want to dance. Like, I gotta learn how to dance like these little girls. And these little girls were dropping it like it was hot. So
too hot.
Yeah, way too hot for their age. Like, that was a no-no. So this little girl, this is the lead character specifically, she started watching twerking videos, just all types of nastiness, and I was like, what?
Yeah, she took it too far. At first she was watching dance videos, then it got to the point where she's almost watching stripper videos, even though they were still dance videos, but they were way adult videos.
Too adult. And it was so funny. The whole thing was so funny about it was that it was the fact that she was the outcast and she became the incast in the group by teaching them how to twerk and do all that provocativeness.
But part of them dressing like that, a lot of people, at least I think, was focusing on how they were dressing. But
yeah,
in the movie, they had to take it that far to show how far the lead was willing to go.
And how far kids are nowadays are looking at
to be part of the group, to be part of the in crowd, the cool girls. It's like she went so far, she went past the line and trying to be accepted. Taking the picture of her cookie and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was just way too much.
That shocked me when she did that.
Yeah, she's 11 years old and she did that on her uncle's phone. No, the whole thing that made me uncomfortable was that scene where she was trying to I don't know what she was trying to do, but she was trying to get the phone back.
Oh yeah,
The whole scene where she was trying to show herself off to her uncle, and he was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I mean, I think she was. It looked like she was ready to give it up. And
yeah,
I was like, okay, this is way
just for a phone
for 11-year-old. But
I was like,
but their point was, I think they was trying to drive how far she is willing to go to be liked, to
Most
be in the
definitely.
in crowd and be accepted by everybody. But one thing about that movie is, one thing I keep in mind, it was set in another country, which is Europe, which they're a lot more open sexually. They probably got the most nude beaches anywhere in the world. So they are kind of, sex is not as taboo over there as it is here in terms of exposing your body or things of that nature.
Were you shocked
they
by
were wearing thongs way before we were in the United States.
So were you shocked about how provocative everything was? Like, did you expect that level of that indecency for these 11-year-old girls?
I didn't expect it, but then when I saw it, at first I had it taken to perspective that it was a European movie.
Yeah.
And the director was trying to drive the point across of how I think how far kids are willing to go to be accepted. And so basically had to take you to the edge and then kind of bring you back away from the edge. At the end when she started crying and she went back to, I felt like she realized she crossed the line. Yeah. And remembered who she really was and remembered that's really not who I am.
So were you uncomfortable watching it?
Yeah, definitely a little uncomfortable. Most definitely, I gotta say.
Yeah, the whole movie, that drove a point in my head. Because when I was looking at it, I was like these girls are the same ages as my nieces. Like, that made me feel so uncomfortable. Especially when I saw those grown men in those movies looking at the little girls like that. I was like, oh no. Like, what were you thinking? Like,
straight
that's...
up pervs.
It was just like, oh my god, and these are kids, and you're like you shouldn't even be worried about like showing off your body, doing all them dance moves. You shouldn't even be worried or even be doing all of that. You should be worried about school. You should be worried about like seeing your parents when you get home, having fun at that age, and not that type of fun. You should be like going to amusement parks or just going to the mall with your little friends. Like, that's what you should be like thinking about. You shouldn't be thinking about, oh, let me go buy this lingerie so people think I'm more grown instead of a little girl. And that was the whole point of that whole thing. Like, I noticed like they kept on one of those little girls, the girl that she was fascinated with. The lead character was fascinated.
With the glasses, the one that lived in their building?
Yeah, she kept on saying, I'm not a little girl. Like, y'all need to stop talking about me as if I was a little girl. Like, I'm not a little girl at this point. I was like, you're a little girl. You're 11. That's still a little girl. And then they started lying about their ages, you guys. Telling all these little boys out here that they was 14, 15. I was like, okay. No, that's gonna lead to trouble.
Yeah, it's a lot in terms of religion. Yeah. So they being Muslims, obviously she went way away from her Muslim beliefs in trying to be accepted. And it's just another reminder, I think, for the kids. I think it's good to see it in terms of know how far you could go, or how far you shouldn't go to be liked by others. Yeah, that's love yourself, like yourself, and don't look so much to be accepted by others in terms of what you're willing to do to be accepted by him. She stole from her mom.
Yeah.
She basically wanted to show her uncle all of her body. She took pictures of her cookie and posted it online. I mean, that's a bit much to be accepted by other people.
That's a very, and the whole school saw the whole thing. So that kind of just like was like, dang, like I couldn't even believe that. Like she posted it on social media for everybody to see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, she shouldn't even be taking nudes.
I mean,
like,
she was turning into a little hoe in training for the most part. That's fact.
And she, you know what? She was influencing other little girls too. Because I noticed some little girls in the crowd when they had the dance competition.
Mm-hmm.
Little girls were like, Mommy, stop. Let me watch. I want to see it. And I was like, you're not supposed to see anything. Who allows this? Like, first of all, I want to get on those judges though.
Yeah, they look like they're starting to enjoy it.
Yeah, them judges, y'all should have known, like, at that point, like, you should have been like, y'all shouldn't be doing this. Y'all kids, stay in a kid's place. Why are you going out of your way trying to be grown? Live your life as a kid. Enjoy being a kid first. Because being adult is not all about fun and games. Like, let me tell you guys, I'm learning that now. Me being in college, I have to learn that, and I have to learn it quick, because college is no joke. Like, it's not. I noticed like she stopped listening when the whole fact that her father was taking another wife. And I get that that's part of other religions. I'm not hating on that. Like, that's you guys' business. That's your guys' religion. You guys can do anything in what you believe in to do. But I just noticed, like, that's when she started acting out. It wasn't...
That's a good point.
It was when... It wasn't even an outside influence, really. It was an inside influence. It was her family.
It's how she was handling that situation. Hearing her mom cry on the phone when she was explaining to somebody else that her husband was getting ready to take another wife. That hurt her. Because she started crying when she was under the bed.
Yeah.
And that's when things started going sideways for her. So maybe she was looking for an outlet or something to embrace or to embrace her.
Because I think she got this whole mindset in her head, like, you know, your parents, there's only supposed to be two of them. There isn't supposed to be another person included in that family. There's only supposed to be your mom and your dad. Now, that's when they're together, that's when they're married. But like when they separate, then of course they may find their other partner in life.
Yeah, but keep in mind they were Muslim.
Yeah, I got that. I understood that.
So
but I don't think she understood that so well, because again, she was a kid. She couldn't understand the dynamics of.
I think what hurt her is when her mom started crying. I think they
Most
understand
definitely.
about the
Well, I don't.
multiple. Well, I'm assuming that they do. I don't know what age they teach them that a man can have more than one wife.
Well,
but she started crying when her mom started crying.
I know that, but I don't think she understood it, simply for the fact was when afterwards, when she learned about it, that's when everybody started coming to her saying, now you gotta learn the role of being a woman, being a wife. So really, she didn't have no idea of that. She may have heard it from a passing conversation, but she never really thought, like, because I don't think kids worry, like us kids, we don't worry about that. We don't think about that. That's not what we think about. That's not what we focus on. And some kids do, because that's part of their religion. But in how her character was portrayed, I don't think she was focused on any of that. She was focused on taking care of her little brother, making
she
sure
was doing a good job at that.
Yeah, definitely, she was doing a really good job at doing that. She was just making sure she had a good relationship with her family, and that was it. And she kind of took that to being antisocial to everybody else, because she couldn't understand how to talk to other kids her age. I guess that comes with a role when you have to look out for somebody younger than you. You start maturing more faster, and you start thinking about things that other kids your age don't think about. And I think that's also what included into it, because she's like, okay, they're talking about me being a woman. Do I have to be like this? Like, seeing her mom like that, she's probably like, do I have to experience this? Because I don't know if I want to experience that. Maybe if I break away from it and distance myself from that, and start learning what these other kids are learning about. Maybe if I took on their habits, then I won't even have to worry about that, and that won't become my reality.
It definitely could have been a factor. For
Yeah,
sure.
because she didn't even know about fighting until the little girl started hitting the other little girl too. You got to think about that.
Yeah. Well, at least she wasn't getting involved in fights until she started hanging around them.
And then the whole talking back and cussing, I was like, y'all got some potty mouths. We need some soap and water.
But that just goes to show you how kids are influenced by other kids.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because just like when you was at middle school or was cussing.
I wasn't cussing like that. I may have cussed, but it wasn't like I was cussing like them little girls.
Okay, but what influenced
I may
you to
have
cuss?
said, huh?
What influenced you to cuss? Did you feel like, oh, I'm a cuss because that's gonna make me cool?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't even those incidents where I was cussing. It wasn't like that.
Oh, okay.
The incidents where I cussed was like if I if I ran into something.
Wow.
or like when somebody like threw something at me and then I wasn't aware and then it hit me and it hurt so bad that it just came out.
I think we
and
all do it. I remember I was in middle school and I started cursing just to be cursing. I didn't hit no wall or nothing. I was even walking down the street by myself just saying curse words just because I could get away with it at that moment.
Yeah, I wasn't doing all of that. That's not what I was doing.
I guess it's like experimenting with adult behavior when you're young.
I mean, and they were experiencing that adult behavior. Like she learned early. At least nothing happened
Those
to
videos
her.
taught her a lot.
Yeah, they taught her a lot about sex, especially with the condom scene.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
We're not gonna no spoiler. We're gonna do the spoiler thing, but you'll see that part.
You guys are gonna have to watch
if
it.
you haven't seen it when you see it.
I mean, we've discussed the majority of the movie, but we stated the general stuff that's been going on.
That part we'll save that one for you because that was kind of funny. So
these little girls were wilding out. They was too young, and I don't know. I think the public took it in a different way because they only saw certain scenes, and
I think they got too wrapped up in the 11-year-olds being so provocative. But I think when they watch the movie in its totality,
they'll understand like, oh, okay, because this may become a reality for some kids out there. I'm not saying that everything is.
It's definitely a reality in terms of how far kids want to go to be accepted by others.
Yeah,
that's facts right there.
I mean, I don't know about what the little girl was doing. I don't know if it was taking that extreme, but I mean, some cases are.
Well, I can say they definitely got their point across.
They did. There's a driving point to this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's kind of like, why are you putting this on a major platform like this? Showing these little girls, showing off their bodies, acting like they're grown women when they're not. Like, I get that. I get that point, but you gotta also think about the point where some parents need to be aware about this. Like, these are what these kids are watching. These are what these kids are doing. You need to stop it before it gets too far. Because it can get farther than what the movie had even showed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they didn't even show what happened to the other girls.
No. And also you gotta remember the way they were acting. When you dress like that, obviously older boys and men start to look at you differently. And when you're dressing like that, they feel like, okay, it's okay to whistle at them, try to get at them, or
get they number, holler at them.
It's okay to approach them as if they're adults because they're presenting themselves as adults the way they were dressing.
Yeah, I understand that fully.
Not that you should, as an adult, you ought to be able to recognize, okay, this girl's too young.
Yeah.
But, however, not everyone's like that, and you open the door for, if you run into the wrong person, you'd be putting yourself in a bad situation.
Yeah, most definitely. There's definitely a level of maturity when you gotta look at it. You can't just look at it and be like, oh, this is what you can't make inference like that. You have to actually watch it because there's a lot of messages that it speaks about throughout the whole movie, throughout everything, really. Like, really, there's a whole bunch of messages. and it's very important to watch it. And I think that's what Netflix was trying to do, give a message to the people, like this is something that's important.
Yeah.
That's why it's rated. I think it's on the top 10 list of Netflix. I think that's why, because they really wanted to like drive home the point of how important it is to know these things about what's going on in your kids' lives.
It really is a good movie, I think, for teens.
Yeah, it's most
preteens.
definitely. So I hope you guys take the lessons and every little thing that we talked about from the movie and go check it out for yourself.
Enjoy it. To all my fans, out.
He said he got fans, you guys. He's playing now. He playing. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and make sure you turn on your post notification so you guys can get notified every time I upload a video. And comment down below what you guys thought of this video, because I'm pretty sure you got some questions and some things you guys want to discuss with me. And let me tell you guys, I read all my comments. So if you got a video you guys want to see, or if you just want me to do an advice video, I got you, you guys. So make sure you comment down below on what you guys thought of this video, and share this video with your friends and family, because they need to see this, they need to hear this, and I'm pretty sure you all got somebody who needs to hear about this movie and see this movie. So you guys really check out that movie, and I hope you guys enjoy. Bye guys.